My name's Kate. I'm the General Manager of Sustainability and I work at Visy. Visy is a packaging and recycling company that really helps to drive the circular economy here within the Australian and New Zealand market. Probably as my career progressed. So I've been with Visy almost 3 years now, and I applied for a manager role within the business. So within the sustainability department, it was a sort of a newer area that Visy was growing out. And my role and career has progressed within that, and ultimately moved through to that general manager role, which is pretty exciting. So my role is really to take ownership and drive the sustainability function. It is a pretty broad and varied division, and it is exciting in that sense. So one thing we do is a lot of strategy work. So work quite closely with the business to understand where are they going and help provide some sort of sustainability insights in terms of the different choices and scenarios that they're looking to make. Another area is we sort of provide that sort of sustainability lens for the rest of the business. So again, as they are making broader business decisions and what they're doing from a day-to-day perspective is, helping them understand and manage the sustainability impacts of their different parts of the business. With that, we also then do a lot of the data collection reporting piece. So we also help the business understand what their sustainability impacts are. So we will actually measure our water, waste, greenhouse gas emissions and provide that information back to the business on their performance. We manage, I would say, what we call our compliance space. So there are a lot of regulatory and compliance-based activities that we need to do as a business around sustainability, whether that's with the EPA, whether it's with the Australian Packaging Covenant, or around our greenhouse gas emissions. Our team will respond to those and collect and report the information accordingly and provide that to the government. And then lastly, probably one of our biggest areas is supporting our customers. So that really is around understanding the packaging that we make and understanding the sustainability implications of those packaging choices that our customers can make. And so helping them understand, what does recycled content mean for the packaging of their choice? What does recyclability mean? What does the choice of if they are moving from one type of box to another type of box, and how those choices can impact the sustainability of ultimately the packaging that they're putting out to market, but the overall, their product at the end of the day as well. People will generally know Visy as that recycling company. They'll see, that sometimes the Visy branded trucks come and pick up their recycling, or they'll see the Visy recycling bins available in their schools, in their local communities and things like that. And so, being that recycling arm and dealing with, recyclables and waste ultimately, I think, there is that conception that it's, not as, an exciting or dynamic organisation to work for, because, you're working in recycling, I would say. But probably the last few years, the tables have turned in terms of, with that circular nature of the business and things like that. It is really exciting. And the number of people who have actually wanted to come visit our what are called municipal recovery facilities has grown exponentially. Understanding, where does your waste go? What happens to it? How does that product get turned back into a new product is something that is becoming really interesting and exciting for a lot of people. And so, even though we are a manufacturing business, we do still have that significant corporate arm, which means that there are a range of other activities and roles which really are the same as any other business. No, really positive. The sustainability team, we had a strategy session just last week, and one of the things I really asked each member of the team to do was to sort of highlight what are some of the really things that they really enjoy doing and working with Visy, and then what are some of the challenges we have to then look at how we can sort of improve those. And pretty much every single employee came back with what do they enjoy, and it's the people. They really loved coming to the office, seeing everyone, working through challenges with people and engaging and having that sort of positive environment and the positive people that they're working with. And that was really nice to, particularly when the sustainability team is not a ginormous team. And so having that tight-knit group that really connects, and I think having a shared set of values and vision and things like that really helps to drive that. But also then it's not just our little team, but it's then us connecting and engaging with the rest of the business. And I'd say the humbleness and connectivity across the business, in the sense that you could go up to, most people within this office and have a conversation. It doesn't matter if you're, the graduate or the executive. It's a very non-hierarchical business that everyone can sort of have a bit of a chat in the kitchen when you're getting your cup of tea in the morning. think some of the big milestones are you sort of when you sort of sit back and reflect on how you've gone for the year and things like that, are really exciting. Where you've influenced and supported and changed the minds of potentially some of the leaders of the business to make sure that they are incorporating and understanding what are the sustainability impacts of the choices that they are making. And I think a couple of times we've had our CEO sort of push back on some things and say, well, what about this? What is the greenhouse gas implications of that investment we are making, and those kind of things? And seeing those cultural changes flow through has been really exciting. And then the other piece is working directly with customers. I really enjoy problem solving and challenges and things like that. And how do we work directly with it? We've got some projects where we work with our customers on designing a bespoke, high sustainability product in mind for a customer that potentially has a product that has that market differentiation of being sustainable. And so they want to make sure that it's not just the product that's sustainable, but everything around that product as well. And that packaging piece is that. And so how do you support them in terms of the choices they make, and how do you bring that out to market? And we've done that with a few products, which has been, I think, really exciting for our team to be on the ground, supporting the customers directly as well. One of the things you'll see when you start here at Visy is the length of tenure of a lot of our people is 10, 20, 30, 45 years. People really build their career here at Visy, and part of that is because of the diversity in the roles. They'll be within the IT team for a few years, and then they realise that they want to try something new, different. They'll then move to an operational style, management role and try that, and then want to do something else. They'll move into a procurement role, and there is that huge flexibility to move and change and try different things without the business, which I think is, I'd say, pretty unique in the sense that if you are, if you embody the Visy values and, you've got the skills in the sense of, problem solving, really strong drive, analytical and things like that, those skill sets go across a range of different functions. And I don't think Visy pigeonholes you in the sense that, well, you did accounting, therefore you have to be part of our finance team. It shows that, if you did, accounting, that means you generally understand business. So let's look at what other roles and things like that if we want to keep you engaged and and learning. Let's look at where we can shuffle you and change you and move you. And I think there is huge flexibility within the business to really move around, I'd say, is one of the exciting points. I would say, if you don't know what you want, that's completely fine. But what you need to do is try, and because you need to find out, it doesn't necessarily mean that this is the exact thing I like, but it's, review it, see what you like. I liked, the communication aspect. I liked, the fact that we worked in a team. I liked these aspects. And then as you slowly piece and pull these things together, and as you get into the work environment, you'll be able to find a job that slowly connects the dots and starts to pull all those things together and say, hey, this is actually where I want to be. And it doesn't necessarily mean that you need to enter that job as that graduate position. Most organisations, and particularly Visy, have that flexibility to move around. So you can be able to sort of try and have a few different things before you end up in the role that you want. But that role you might want could be a role that you want for 5 years, and then you might want to move to something else as well. And that's completely fine as well. But as long as you can try and give it a go, that's going to be the key.